All right, thanks for logging in to see Zoho Training today. What Zoho is used for is lead management primarily, as well as contact management. So when you receive a lead, either through Snap Central or through our website, or you make your own connection, you'll be able to keep track of them, send emails, and schedule tasks for yourself. So this is used as a management tool for you. Now, what I'd like to go through today is show you how that all works. Now, okay, today we're going to go through Zoho Training. What Zoho is a CRM, and a CRM is a customer relationship management tool. So we use Zoho for lead management, and a lead is anyone who's potentially looking to book an event. So that lead could have come through our website or Snap Central or any connections that you would have made. And you can also use it for contact management as well. So that could be for things such as people who will be referring events like DJs and wedding planners and so forth, and also venues if you wanted to keep track of that as well. But primarily what we're going to go through today is lead management. So when you do receive your information to log into Zoho, simply go to zoho.com/CRM and enter your credentials. Okay, so I'm going to get that typed in here. Now, when you log into Zoho for the first time once your account is set up, you can choose to use the stronger security for your Zoho account. It's not necessary. If you would like to, go ahead and set up the protection, or if you'd like to skip it, as I'm going to do, just click skip the two-factor authentication. Okay. So this is Zoho. When you first log in for the first time, you will see this screen every time until you click on Don't Show This Screen Anymore. So we're going to go ahead and click on that right now. All right. So this is your home page. Essentially, it gives you a snapshot of your open tasks, today's leads, as well as some other items here. These are customizable, so once you use Zoho, if there's any specific criteria that you'd like to have a snapshot of, we can help you get that set up. Now, if we look here to the left, we do have a little clock. What this is for is recent items. So once you do have leads and contacts in Zoho, if you wanted to jump back to anyone quickly, just click on this little clock. We also do have a search bar, which you can see here. Now, if you need to quickly look up someone, you can do that just by typing their name, just their 10-digit phone number with no spaces. You can also type in things like city name, if that's all you could remember. It's pretty intuitive, and it'll bring up the lead if you can just remember some of the information. Okay. So we're going to start off by looking in the Leads tab here. And like I mentioned, a lead is anyone who will potentially be making a booking with you. Now, the way that Zoho is set up is lead views, and the lead views are set on different criteria. What we've gone ahead and done is set up 7 lead views here for you, and they essentially sort your leads through your various contact stages. So number 1, new leads. That's for any new leads that have come into the system that you have yet to contact, and that could be either through Snap Central or through our website. Number 2, lead LVM1. LVM stands for left voicemail. That's for anyone who you've left one voicemail for and you still haven't connected with yet. Number 3, lead LVM2. That's for anybody who you've tried contacting 2 times and left 2 voicemails for. Number 4, lead callback is anytime you have a callback scheduled with someone. So that could be either you reached out to them and they are interested, but they ask you to call them back at another day and time. That could also be if you had your entire pitch and you offered them pricing, you do want to follow up the call at a later date. So always make sure that you have your next call scheduled until you either get a yes or a no. Number 5, dead leads. That's for anyone who won't be making a booking with you. So that could either be that they flat out said they're not interested, or you've tried contacting them on several occasions and haven't been able to connect with them. Number 6, lead emailed 1. That's for leads that you were unable to reach by phone, so your only means of communication was via email. So you tried emailing them once. And number 7 would mean that you've tried emailing them twice. So we're going to just start off by looking at number 1, new leads. Now you can see here that I put a test lead in here, and we're going to open that up in a moment here and go through all the different fields and how you utilize them. Now, if you do have your own leads that you want to put in Zoho, if it's one by one, you can do a new lead and add it here. If you did get a larger list from something like a bridal show or whatever it may be, we can train you to do an inbox to put all of those leads in for you. So to open up a lead, all you need to do is click on their name. Now, because this is the first time that Zoho is being accessed from this account, right now the page is collapsed. So to expand it, all we need to do is click on the 3 little dots under the word mobile here. And then we can see the lead page here. Also, you'll notice that there are arrows that are pointed to the right. If you click on them, it will hide your quick actions. So just remember that you can pretty much make the entire page go away if you click on some of these items. But the information is there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is go from top to bottom here on the lead page. Now when you get a lead either through Snap Central or through our website, you'll always get their first and last name, an email, as well as a phone number. You will notice that we do have additional fields here, and those are available for you to fill out as you speak with the lead and collect more information. So maybe you were speaking with an individual and they mentioned their husband's name. You can always put in the first name here by clicking Edit, typing the name, and then hitting Save. And you can do that with all of the different fields here in Zoho. The more information that you have, the better for when you need to refer back to it. Now, there's a couple important fields here that you need to make sure that you update when appropriate. Number 1 being the lead stage. When you leave the lead stage blank, that shows us that you have not communicated with this lead yet or attempted to reach out to them. So when you do reach out to them, update the lead stage to the appropriate listing here. You'll see we've got LVM 1-2, callback, emailed 1-2, direct mail, as well as dead lead. So if this was your first time reaching out to them and you left a voicemail, change that lead stage to LVM1 and hit Save. And when you do that, what it will also do is put this lead in the lead view, which we can see here, corresponding to that lead stage. So it's another way to keep everything organized for yourself. Okay? Now, if you get someone who sends you an email and they say, please stop emailing me or remove me from your list, what I'd like you to do is check the box where it says email opt-out. We do mass email marketing organization-wide, and it's important that we keep a clean list and we don't get a high spam rate. So if someone does tell you to remove their name from your list, just click Edit, check the box, and hit Save. Okay, we're going to uncheck that right now. All right, now the events section. When you get a lead, either through Snap Central or through our website, you'll always see the event type and the event date. You could potentially see a promo code as well if you were promoting something. And I always suggest to people, if you are using a promo code, use your franchise number included in your promo code so we can easily identify that as being one of your leads. Now, if they spoke with someone in Snap Central, we do collect a little bit of additional information, such as the approximate number of hours requested and the number of guests as well. Okay? And again, when you collect the additional information, all you have to do is click Edit. Maybe the bride mentioned that her event budget is $20,000. So you would enter that information and then hit Save. And now you've got that for your records anytime you need to reflect back on it. Okay. Now when you get a lead either through Snap Central or through our website, you'll always see the city, state, and zip code as well as the country. Again, if they speak with someone through Snap Central, there's a good chance that you'll see the street address information if they have it available as well. Okay. Now in the lead activity section, this tells you where the lead came from. So in this case, we see tapsnap.net/book your event. And if you're ever wondering what that lead source looks like, you can simply copy the URL from the lead source and then paste it in your browser. And then we'll see here that this is what the lead filled out when they requested some information. Okay. Now what you'll see next to the lead source is the lead source detail. And we see here that that's Google. So in the forums translation, that's where did you hear about us? And we want to know. And that's for marketing purposes. If you have some type of secondary lead source that you want us to add to that where did you hear about us, just let us know, and in most cases we can have it added to Zoho as well as the website so you can track things appropriately as well. Okay. Now the last information section here is the description information. So the description would be the box, the comments or questions box that someone filled out when they were filling out a form on our website, or you could see information that one of our Snap Central agents filled out when they were taking the lead information. Okay. Now, anytime you have any communication with the lead, it's important that you leave a note. So even if you did something as simple as just leaving a voicemail, leave a note. So you can write left voicemail. And that's all you need to do. Once you've made your note, you can hit save, and it'll put your name as well as the date. Now it will display notes chronologically, and the newest will always appear on the top. What I also do, if I get an email from a lead, I'll actually copy and paste it right into the notes section here. So then that way, anytime that I want to take or look someone up, all of the communication that I've had with them is in one place. Okay. Now the next section that you could use is the attachment section. So if you had any documents that you wanted to keep with this individual lead, you can attach them by clicking desktop, find your file on your computer, selecting it, and then hitting attach. Okay. You don't have to worry about using products. We only have one, and that's TapSnap. Another very useful tool that you can use here is the activities, or a task. So a task is basically scheduling yourself to do something relating to that specific lead. So in most cases, it'll be a callback. So if I spoke with this person and they said, you know, I'm super interested, but can you call me back in 2 days? You could say, okay, no problem. What time would you like me to call you back? And you agree upon 2 o'clock. What you would then do in Zoho is schedule your task to remind you to do that. So we could write call back as the subject. As we said, the due date is going to be 2 days from now, so that's the 16th. What we can also do, if we click Remind At, is set it up to email us at a time to remind ourselves to call this person. So at the 16th, and we said that we'd call the person back at 2 p.m., so maybe we want to get the email reminder at 1:30 p.m. and what you could do in the subject here as well is at 2 p.m. And once we hit save, you'll notice here that we've got an open activity on the bottom of the page. And on the 16th at 1:30, we'll also receive an email reminder. And that email reminder will go to your TapSnap email. Once you've completed your callback or your task, what you want to do is just make sure that you close it. So it goes from an open activity or something that's incomplete to a closed activity to something that you have completed. And it will always leave a record, so you'll be able to see exactly how many tasks that you've completed relating to any particular lead. Okay? Now the last thing that you can use here on the Zoho page is sending emails. So to do that, you can either click on Send Mail at the bottom of the page here, or you can click on Send Mail, and that's at the top right-hand corner here. So when we click on Send Mail, it brings us a pop-up. Now you'll want to make sure that in your browser that you allow pop-ups through Zoho. If you don't know how to do that, you can contact franchise support and they can walk you through that. So just like with any other email client, you're able to put the subject of the email here. And write your email. What I've also done to make things a little bit easier as well is you will be set up with several email templates, and you're more than welcome to use those. So we'll notice here, that we've got one all written up. And that takes a brochure, and it puts it right into the email for you here. There'll also be several other email templates set up for you, which you'll be able to utilize. For example, there's one that you can select that says no email, and that would mean that the person, or sorry, incorrect phone number, and that would mean that the person didn't provide the correct phone number, so you're following up via email. There's also an email template that says LVM1, which would mean that you're following up from your first voicemail, and so forth. So feel free to utilize any of those. Once you've selected the email template that you want to send, all you need to do is click Send. Now you'll notice here that it does leave a record of the sent email at the bottom here. And if you ever forget what you sent, you can just simply click on the email and it'll bring it right up here. Okay. Now if this person was to sign a contract and make a deposit, we want to move them over from being a lead to a contact. So to do that, all you need to do is click Convert. Don't worry about checking any boxes or changing anything here. Just click on Convert again when you get to the second screen. And you'll notice here now that it's letting us know that the lead has been successfully converted. So to open up our new contact, just click on the person's name again, and it opens right up. Now the first thing that you want to do is change the contact type to customer. You'll notice that we do also have the option of referral here, and I'll show you in a moment when you're going to want to use that. But in this case, we'd want to select customer. Now you'll notice that the page looks almost identical, but when we scroll down here, we've got some additional information that we didn't have in the previous pages, such as TapSnap contract completed, and that's a date field, final payment due date, TapSnap attended, and so forth. So fill out all of the information that you have available, and you'll be able to track things further in the future. All the information from when this person was a lead will be carried over, so if you made any notes, completed any tasks, or sent any emails, you'll still have a record of anything here. Now leading back to referrals, if you want to put them in Zoho, all you need to do is click on the Contacts tab and click New Contact. and then go ahead and fill in the information. Make sure you just select referral. When you're putting a referral in Zoho, it's more or less just having their contact information handy for yourself. If you ever want to look them up quickly or send them an email, you can do that all through Zoho as well. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to show you is some personal information that you can set up in the back end. So what you'd want to do is click on Setup at the top right-hand corner. And then under Personal Settings, you'll notice that we have Account Information listed here. So what you can do is update your time zone in case your notes aren't showing the right time zone. Any of the additional information here you can put in as well, although only administrators of Zoho will see that, and corporate is really the only administrator of Zoho. You can also put your picture in here as well, but again, only corporate will see that. Now what I do suggest that you do is add your email signature in the back end of your personal settings here. That way, anytime you send an email through Zoho, it'll automatically appear at the bottom of it. So to do that, all you need to do is click Add. You'll get a pop-up window here. And from there, what you can do is copy and paste your signature from another location. And then you'll notice it puts it in right here. Once you've copied and pasted it, you can adjust, any of the formatting to make it look differently if you want to change the colors. Although franchise support will probably provide you with a templated signature that you can use. Once you've put your signature in there, all you need to do is simply hit Save. And then what we can do to refresh the page is click on Personal Settings again, or Account Information. And now we see our signature there. If you can't get your signature to look right, or how you want it to look, simply contact franchise support and we can assist you with that. Okay, and the last thing that I'm going to show you today is email templates. So if you want to edit any of your existing templates or add your own, all you need to do is click on Setup at the top right-hand corner, click on Email Templates, and then you'll notice you have your existing templates here. So if you wanted to edit them, you could click on existing email and then click on Edit and change what you need to. Now, I'll just briefly go through creating a new email template with you. So to do so, all you need to do is click on New Template, choose which record type, which should just be leads or contacts. And remember, a lead is anyone who will potentially be making a booking with you, and a contact is either a customer or all of yours. You'll want to name the template, and this is just for your eyes only. So you might want to write First Follow Up. And then from there, make sure you select your name from the list. If you accidentally save it after selecting someone else's name, you can send franchise support an email, and we can get that reassigned into your folder. You can leave the From field as the default as it appears. It should actually, by default, show your email address, so you should never need to change that. Now, the subject of the email will be what appears in the individual's inbox, so you can do really whatever you like as long as it doesn't sound too spammy. Thank you for your interest in TapSnap. Now, if you have put your signature in the back end of Zoho, you can also check this box and it'll automatically appear at the bottom of your email template as well. If you have any files that you want to attach to your template, you can do as many as you like as long as they don't exceed 3 megabytes. And then from there, all you really need to do is write your email. We do have available merge fields here, which is essentially an email mail merge. So for an example, if you wanted to put someone's name in the email without needing to type it every time, especially if you're going to be sending it to more than one person, you can use the first name mail merge field, And then you'll notice here that it gives us the copy merge field value. So we could write, hi, thank you for your interest. And then from there, you just continue writing your email. If you need to, you can change the font, color, size, and type. It's very straightforward. If you'd like additional training on creating email templates, again, just contact franchise support, and we'll be able to help you out with that. Once you've written your entire email, just hit save, and you're all done. Now, if you have any additional questions on Zoho, again, contact franchise support. This is what you'll need to know to get started.